Well, greetings and salutations, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well today. Wow, I really had a great time with that interview yesterday. Um, I'd like to talk a little bit about it, though. Before we get into it, a couple links. As you know, I rely on Patreon, PayPal, and my merch to help the channel to continue to grow and go. The links to Patreon and PayPal are in the description below. My merch is displayed directly under this video. Also, Dogman Frightening Encounters, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the audiobook versions. They were written and researched by Tom Lyons, narrated and produced by me, Jeffrey Nadolny. Now, everyone, I have taken far too much of your time. Let's get on with today's upload. Shall we? Wow, what a great interview. Margaret is a super nice lady. I talked to her for an hour prior to the interview, and about 2.5 weeks before the interview, she sent me that photo, and then on the 8th or 9th, she sent me the article in regards to the attack via Facebook Messenger. And she does belong to a group where they've been discussing this, a group of local people who live in Scotland that have been discussing this. But I'd like to talk about the picture first. I circled it today so you could see what I'm going to be sharing with you. You've got the deer in front, and then you've got another deer on the lower right, and then you have the Dogman. I read a lot of comments, and the great majority of them were very positive. And then there was a couple really crappy ones, which you always get. You know, you always get those naysayers who will just pop up out of nowhere and comment because they can hide behind a screen. They feel like they're entitled to, which they are entitled to comment, but you know, I mean, if you're not going to say something decent, then don't say anything at all. Because people like that are the reason why people who share their encounters or share photos or something that is valid, that has some sort of validity, don't want to share again. And it really ruins the community. I saw one person say it's a pile of sticks. And I was like, wow, if that looks like a pile of sticks to you, I'd hate to look through your eyes on a daily basis. Another person said it's photoshopped. No, there's no, this photo is not fraudulent. That's why I was so excited to share it. I don't know who these people were. I've never seen them on the channel before, but that's neither here or there. A great number of everyone was positive about it and could see and had some really interesting ideas about everything, which was cool. But after seeing the photo and talking to Margaret, a lot of it made sense. And then when you put in the attack, which is 18 miles away from her home and farm, it all starts to add up at that point. You have a very high population of rabbit 4 years ago. Next, it's gone. Next to nothing. Strange growls, sheep being attacked, chickens disappearing, and a woman found in a field a mile into the field when she had a perfectly good road to go forward or back to where she had come from, or just wait in her car for AA. Something is up there. Something's really creepy and not right. And I don't like to say that I think it's fascinating that or cool that it's going on in other countries, but it is kind of fascinating um, because we have so many encounters and accounts of people seeing them here that we kind of forget that there's a bigger world out there, um, which was cool. I really enjoyed the interview. Uh, Margaret was kind enough to send me some screenshots of what her local group have been talking about um, in regards to this woman and her mysterious death or the circumstances surrounding her death. Um, so I'm going to share a little bit of that with you guys. I once again circled the picture of the Dogman. I encourage you, instead of if you're viewing it on your phone, um, watch it on your computer so you really can see, because there are shadows in places that only make sense if there was a large bipedal figure there. So this is some of the conversations that are going on in Scotland, uh, in a local Facebook group, about this woman's mysterious death, though. One woman puts, "What wildlife here is capable of mauling and killing an adult? I would love to think there is anything there to do that. I would presume she had already passed away, sadly, and then the wildlife has done what is in the nature to do, which isn't any nicer to hear." Another comment is, "This is terrible reporting and so lacking in respect for this poor woman and her family and friends." Which Margaret did touch on. You know, she said that um, over there they have a whole different kind of, that reporter has to answer to the higher up, or they could get punished and they could actually serve jail time. Uh, she's then died while she's been going through that field. What? This story doesn't add up. Um, did she die from being out in a field? Another person, "There's nothing that roams wild in Scotland vicious enough to maul a human being unless there is some sort of predator we are unaware of, in which case the public ought to be informed, sending thoughts out to this poor woman's family. Sorry, but it doesn't sound right." Another person, "What animals are wandering around that maul humans here? I hope this poor lady's family get a much better understanding of how she had passed than this. Bless her heart. Something not right about this. You don't just drop down dead walking through a field, do ya? Nah, something more to this. I don't want to say what I think. My deepest condolences to her family. So sorry for your loss." Sensational headline, then no content? Mauled by wildlife in Scotland? Question mark, question mark. That's horrendous. The poor woman. Something doesn't sound right with this. Possibly, but surely you'd run if something had to munch at you. But why leave her car and go into a field? I'm totally conspiracy theorist on this one. Definitely more investigation required. God bless her, whatever happened. Description of this tragedy is too weird. Lots of people walking here and not mauled by mysterious beasts. What the hell does wildlife mean? What kind of animal are they meaning? Doesn't sound right. I hope the woman's family got better answers for the cause of death than this report gives. Did she die from a medical cause and the animals found her in that state, or what? It would be important to identify the animal if she's died in the fields being mauled so people can watch out, or animal associations can investigate it at least. This needs investigations. There are plenty of suspicious circumstances. Why would she suddenly leave her car while waiting for emergency services? Hope the family gets answers and closure. May she rest in peace. I live 2 minutes from there. I'll be on my guard for the wildlife. Heartbreaking for the woman's family. Publishing this is very disrespectful to the deceased's family. So anyway, like I said in the video prior to this and in the interview, what I think happened was that she was driving down the road. Either her car broke down or it didn't. She was flanked. More than likely it broke. She called AA. Maybe she saw something out in the field that sparked her interest, or maybe she just felt an overwhelming sense of fear while being out there alone and took off running. Why she would run up a field and not the road, I'm just speculating, but maybe she was corralled by whatever. We know that sometimes or usually they travel in twos or threes. So maybe she was corralled and lured out that way. But whatever did that attacked her, and the government needed a scapegoat, and they used Badger and Fox. It's just too fishy to me. It sounds very similar to Nancy Shaw, Dr. Nancy Shaw, or the Jimtown Road incident. Actually, it sounds like a combination of all of them, especially with the government's lies. And then to have Margaret live 18 miles away and share the photo. Now, I'm going to probably share the photo in the community section of this channel so everybody can see it without having the video play. That way you can get a full-on view of the photo and see what everybody else is seeing, for those who can't see something. But yeah, it's a tragedy that happened over there. Unfortunately, it happens here all too often. It shouldn't happen at all. Like that one woman said, if there is something out there, we should know. Yes, the public should know. And I think that the best way that we can help is by keep bringing attention to these encounters and not just blow them off. More people need to know. So just a short upload for today. Really tired. I'm not feeling well. But I wanted to get the photo out again so you guys can see it with the circle. And also, in the next couple of hours, I'll probably put it up on the community post. That way you guys can see the picture not shrunk down to 16 by 9. So you can see it how it came to me. So with that, I want to thank you all for always supporting the channel, always listening. It truly means the world to me. I'm blown away by the photo. It's truly an amazing photo. And with that, I encourage everyone to please be kind to each other, which I really, oh God, there was a few that just weren't. The majority of everyone was, but the ones that really weren't, I've never seen. on the channel before. It was like, I don't know. It's a very hard field to be a part of. Yet everybody wants to have a valid, story, valid picture, valid this, valid that. But when you share anything, there's always those people that are going to question and ridicule. And those people that do that need to just go away. Really, either take things more take it more seriously, or just, I don't know. It ruins the community, and it ruins the crypto field and all for a lot of people. So with that, may the Great Spirit watch over all of us, and may He guide us through this path we call life. Until tomorrow, my friends. Well, no, actually. Until later on, if I'm feeling better.